Now it's working. Cool stuff going on. So that much.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces.
Okay. There's significantly less crunchiness to the video.
Their weapons were terrible.
Doesn't matter whether or not the audio's bad. So audio could be really poorly balanced right now.
Our planet is overwhelmed. Its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye.
Audio's always a pain in the fucking ass.
The coalition government knew the war was coming.
Just is.
In
That's
response,
life.
they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape.
Damn.
Among them was our ship,
The white whale.
After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was
Okay, we could pop that up a bit. You know, I'm somewhat well above it. You know, I think it'll be fine.
Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the white whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet. Its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface.
What did I do? I ordered a chair, pre-order from Flexi Spot. So I originally ordered the gray one because it was like May 31st delivery. Turns out it's like April something, April 10th. Reason why it hasn't been in yet is because they ran out of the gray ones by the time I placed my order, apparently, even though it said May 31st. So yeah, they just have no more gray chairs. So they offered me a black one instead, and I said, sure. Real question is, how do we? Ah, manly man or womanly woman? I usually tend to play like women in these games. I don't know why, I just do. A motion blur effect. We'll go with the man, why not? We'll average like 6 feet, maybe. That looks like 6 feet. Just gonna make whatever I can, really. Played a lot of Schedule 1 recently. It's a good game. Nothing enjoyable. It's a nice little repetitive kind of like twist to it, you know? A Xenoblade thing, this one. Don't know why. That's a Xenoblade thing. Get a Panado.
They staggered me. They staggered me.
Spider-Man, what are you doing in my video game?
Hey, I'm off balance. Oh, so you like knocking people around?
That's pretty good.
Hey! Yeah. We'll work well together.
Let's do this thing.
Hey! Yeah. Game and set. What?
Is that a catchy?
Greetings. What? Yeah.
That's a catchy, right? Robbie Damon, yeah. No, that's, I was gonna say, that's so him.
It's nice to be wanted. Hey there.
Cheers.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Huh? Shall we? Right, let's do... Huh? Sorry, but it was you. They staggered me. Sorry, but it was you or us.
Let's do this.
I'm off balance.
Oh, so you like knocking people around?
I like Keith Silverstein. That's my voice. Yeah, well, that's me. Keith Silverstein, man, that's good shit. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a pretty easy password. Bunch of triangles. Probably change that. Make it a little bit more stronger. Got some symbols in there.
Attention.
some numbers, all
External
symbols.
access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4,
Four,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Open up the pods. Better webcam. Can't afford a camera. No point either.
Releasing hatch.
The mic
Please
I do
stand
like
clear.
having nice expensive mics. They just sound better. If you know how to set them up right, which I could definitely use some work in that department, but I do my best.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
Who's this fine lady?
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
Xenoblade Chronicles is one of those games where, I mean, well, out of all the series, I really like all the games. Never put in the time to finish any of them, except for 2. 2 is the only one I finished so far. And X, I played like a teensy-weensy little bit on
Your
the Wii
pod
U.
is the only one around
That was it.
landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
And then you've seen how much I played on like Xenoblade 1 so far.
You don't even remember your own name?
But not horrible.
It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Quick. I should do that. How is there a quick mute? I want to see. Oh, any console. Here we go. Yeah. I'd want to mute Mike. Mike slash aux. Mute. Set it to star. Numpad star to mute. Numpad minus to talk again. Like that. That way, if I would need to mute, I could just boom. Now you can't hear me. To hit one, and I have to hit one or the other. I can't just hit the same one twice. I don't have to worry about accidentally unmuting myself. Beautiful. That's good. What should I call myself? With like Link. That's a good name. My headphones disconnect. Do they connect to the TV upstairs? I swear to God, if my headphones connect to the TV upstairs again, I'm gonna be so mad. They do it all the time. Why not? Let's say guest. How much of my tag can I fit in there? Not the full thing, that's for certain. Yeah, my full Steam tag is a lot longer than that. That's a shame. I can get FZ1G. F. I can get that much of my tag. What if I like? Would be like some mysterious, like robotic, guest. What? FZ1G. Let's go with that. Let's just do the first little bit. FZ. There. Be like a serial number or something.
Good, there we go. What else you remember?
Nothing else. So
It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
yeah, the reason why guest is my name tag is because I just got it randomly one day for the Siege free trial that I got like way long ago. I completely forgot about, but that was like my in-game tag. It was a free trial weekend, downloaded on Steam, tried it out, gave me that random guest username, and then like cut years, maybe 2-3 years ahead or whatever. Like a year or two ago, I think maybe I was loaded up Siege again, and I saw that was my name tag, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why is that my name in Siege?" I was like, "Why isn't that my name actually everywhere?" It's so stupid. I love it. So that's what I did, and I changed a lot of my names over to that now on a lot of systems. It's always fun when I hop into like a Discord call and like, who the fuck is guest FZ1GFQKQC, whatever the fuck. So Always fun
We'll
to
take
open
it
up
easy
like
while you shake
every
the
conversation
stasis
like
out
that.
of
Oh
your
well,
system.
no,
One
that's me.
step at a time, all right?
Shake
First
stasis.
things
All right,
first. You'll be needing a weapon.
got it. Give me one, baby.
There you go. All right, let's get going.
Now listen here. If they released like a upgraded version of this game on Switch 2, I'll be upset. I'm one of those people who's going to be buying the game day one launch or buy the Switch 2 day one launch if I can. I'm going to pre-order it through the Nintendo system. I should be able to, as long as I get lucky, because I have the prerequisites. I have like fucking 5 years of online, more than 50 hours, and fucking like Zelda alone, Breath of the Wild, I think I put like over 100 and something. And Tears of the Kingdom like an equal amount, so got plenty of time in it.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one.
Yeah, hopefully I
You're
get the
one of
chance to pre-order
lucky
one.
few.
Prices be damned, I don't care. If I have the money
Right.
to
You
support
don't
my
even
gaming
remember
habit,
the
I'm gonna
White
spend the
Whale,
money
do
to
you?
support it. Which, as of right now,
You know,
in the future I
the
probably won't. But
002,
you know,
the ship we escaped Earth on.
cheers to the
You
future, I guess.
Remember Earth, right?
Yeah, I'm living on it, baby.
Planet Earth, your homeworld.
Oh,
Rather,
our homeworld.
used to be anyway.
Are you trying to say you don't live up on planet Earth? Why are you saying your homeworld?
Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces.
That's great. Well, you're doing this exposition. I'm gonna go
And
change pants.
destroyed.
They're uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable. They're just like a size too small, I think. So they're just constantly like riding low, and it pisses me off.
Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Last time I streamed, my room was very different. Shall we? R to target, A to draw weapon while targeting. Drawing a weapon. I'm gonna attack your opponent with certain frequency. Okay. Press A to use one. So 8 arts in your palette.
Get a load of this.
Let's engage it. Lay down some fire for me. Slide! Splinter!
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Oh, we took out his wings. Nice. Sure, like machine guns are like the best weapons in the game, right? This game is very different from previous Xenoblades in that in a lot of the old games, your level is really important along with gear. In this game, your gear plays
You're not
probably
half
one of the
bad.
most important parts of the game. Your gear and your
There's
class.
plenty of work
The
back
level's
in the city
important,
for
but not
someone who
nearly
knows
as
how
much.
to handle a weapon, you know. Hey, I'm not trying to pressure you into anything, all right? It'll be your decision in the end. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Sorry about that. What is this? Soul voice prompts are instructions, suggestions, or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Dagger them with a melee attack. I'll use the soul voice prompt. Arts in your palette with which master prompts color will be highlighted. Okay, so that's like combos, but slightly different. Oh, hold on. Nice gameplay. Oh, right on. Look at the sprint button. I completely forgot about that.
Random pack.
Now,
Take it in
my
close.
turn. Slide! Appendage
Assault
destroyed.
hammer.
Move in and strike.
Where's this? Oh, it's that little ant. That's what we're fighting right now. Yeah, we'll find out eventually what's like the best way to fight this game.
Nice work.
Art required chrome armor. All right. Is there like an auto loot option? Because that's gonna get real tiring real quickly. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah, no. Last time I streamed, my room had a very different look going on. So the wall behind is not the same wall that was always there before. In fact, the wall behind me used to be the wall where my TV was on. So technically, I used to be rotated 180 degrees back facing the other way. But we moved a lot of things around. Biggest thing being that we removed one of the walls in my room to conjoin it with another room that was also mine, just separated. So
Get a load
This
of
is cool.
this.
Let's see what you've got.
Chrome armor.
so easy
Shadow
going.
strike.
Assault
Dang it.
hammer. Topple them. Fire away.
Alright. Hit him with my knife.
Melee attacks.
What I'm doing.
They're
I
tough.
should heal up first.
Heal me up.
Slide muscle initialize. Switch to close range combat.
Okay.
Shadow
Chrome
strike.
armor.
Well, she wants me to switch over so much, but I'll do it.
They're tough. Heal me up.
I wonder if using a gun makes me easier to hit than with a sword. I'm not too sure.
Dinner is served.
Nice work.
My health dropping? I think my health started dropping there. Yeah, it did drop a bit. Alright. Yeah, so we've done some changes to my room, so things look a bit different. Not for you guys, though. You guys were much in the first place.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
This is like some sort of weird audio mixing error, right? Where it's only in the left. Yeah, okay. That's why. Because they're doing like a big reveal. They just kind of fucked up with a little bit of the mixing there in Elma's voice. That's fine. I can forgive them a little bit, I guess. Big show-off shot. Honestly, man, could have been a launch out for the Switch too. No, how crazy that would have been. Switch 2. They show off with this title. Big open world, 60 FPS, maybe not 4K, but you know, 1080p.
wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
Damn right we do. Ba, 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 da, da, da. So, did they announce 60 FPS yet this game or no?
We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home. Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Thank you. What did I say? Yep. Okay, so there's no I gotta zoom out the camera a bit. Let's say there's no what's it called?
Yeah.
Jump off point there. Unless maybe you could jump into the lake, but I didn't feel like it was that good. Okay.
Sir.
Well, it's good. Don't just head east to reach the habitat. Try not to engage with any powerful enemies along the way. Good, thank you. Ah, we can change the time. What is that? Thank you. Free treasure. Run. Quick, before they get us. I don't know who they are, but you never know. I've always believed that the fastest way to get somewhere is to go straight through everything. So let's do just that. Level 6. Oh, high you can jump, man. Stay far and away from these guys. What is this? Lootable? It is lootable. Nice. I think in the previous game, those things were actually level gated. So if you didn't have a high enough level stat, you couldn't open those. So you'd have to come back for them. I could be wrong about that, but I think that was a change they made. To make the game just a bit more fluid feeling and like more special for like actually like looking around in different areas. These textures look pretty damn good. Look at that fucking rock texture, though. Like, yeah, sure, it's not like super like 4K and crisp, but it does look kind of fucking nice. Because this thing's a fucking Switch. It's weaker than the fucking Steam Deck. I do think they've always managed to do really good things with Switch's hardware for these Xenoblade games. Doesn't mean I wouldn't like them to be, 60 FPS though. Xenoblade 1, 3, I still have to go
Looks
through.
a lot bigger up close, doesn't it?
Xenoblade X might warrant a second playthrough.
And this was just the habitat
better
unit.
quality.
The White Whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the West Gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Ooh, fun. Lots of time.
Grexes. And they're riled.
Why are you in my left ear so much? I'm not a huge fan of that.
We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
I'll be a melee fighter, not like a range fighter for some reason. Do more damage per hit. Okay, wait, so these arts have really good effect when I swap them? I see.
Got it. Muscle neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
Dead. Look at my shield. I'm almost dead.
Chrome armor. Sorry,
I'm dead.
guys, I'm finished. Hit him hard for me.
Elma, please win the fight.
Yeah.
Elma, please win the fight. You got 20 seconds to win. See, Elma, you should have taken point. I should have held back with the machine gun. That's my fault. I get to redo the fight. All right, let's go. Let's redo the fight. Let's try this again. This time, let's not embarrassingly lose right away, shall we? I mean, granted, I did get tackled by like fucking 3 of these guys. Like, that was bullshit. I want to get my shield up. Max level first. Well, that guy's way better now. Well, now they're attacking you, not attacking me. Well, of course it's been better now.
Chrome armor. Split edge.
Shadow strike.
So,
Switch to close range combat. Stream edge.
Split edge.
In trouble. Heal
how did I miss? Elmo took aggro that time around, though. So, good on her. Appreciate it. First death
It's a
was in
shame
a
we had to
tutorial
settle near
fight.
so much wildlife.
Why else the
Luckily,
fuck would you
some
settle?
species aren't so hostile. But they aren't necessarily friendly either.
How many places are there on this world that like don't
I've
have a
come to
ton of
learn that there's
wildlife?
a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Should it? Was I on an escape pod on this ship? Is that what happened? And as the ship crashed, it shot me out even though everyone else was fine? If so, it's kind of bullshit if you ask me. What do I have? Ooh, cool. Wait, the advanced one has more rooms for upgrading. This one just has neutral defense. Pretty damn fucking good. Can I like replace my arms with fucking robot limbs or something? What's going on here? Why do I have selectable arms? Where is this item? I'm gonna find it eventually. Holding bow doubles the speed. Double speed. I go so fast I actually trip over it sometimes. Wait, can I wear her shit? Alma's shit? I can. No, but I can just make myself look cool. What does the full set look like? I think this is what the full set looks like. mean, let's be honest, that is kind of funny. Bare-chested man. Well, it is cool. We're not going to use it. I think it's... I feel like it makes more sense not. I can't upgrade chrome armor. I mean, I want, like, tank, right? I want to make my guy into a tank. So I can kind of customize my build. Not exactly a tanking ability, is it? I guess none of these weapons are tank weapons, huh? I need to unlock her shit. Shadow Strike. Use the equivalent of like this game's Fiora. Dual daggers. I don't know. I'm not. I should run. Years.
Thanks.
This is the new friend that Colonel Emma mentioned in her report. Having just woken up after all that time, I'm sure you're dying to get home and take a shower. Cool. While we open the gate soon, thanks for that great work you guys did killing the monsters that were causing all that trouble. But until then, I'll have to forgive the inconvenience. Please understand. Oh, I can feel the leg coming on now. Here we go. They just loaded in the whole city. Let's make this put these on the switch.
Over here.
That is cool. That is so fucking cool. That's just a thing you can do. That is so... Oh, dude, I love that. I love that. It's so cool.
Over here.
That's also kind of cool. I like the little running stance it gives you. It's like, let's get ready. It's like 3, 2, 1, go. It's a good sprinting stance. I like it. Small little things like that make a game feel better. One way to really bring this game up to par, though, would be 60 FPS. Saying, please do it. Even if not for me, for people after me. Looks like a music video with the wobbly camera.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now.
They darken her skin
We took
tone
the name from
like
the city it was modeled
a
after
shade
back
more.
on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Beautiful. No, they didn't. She's still the same. No, that's so in some of these arts, she does look like she has a little bit of a paler skin color, but these are like probably fan made. That's why. So they're not like accurate. For the most part, she is like she does have darker skin. That's what I thought. All right then. Okay. Interesting. So I'm just seeing shit. Yeah, let's save my game, shall we? I'm a drifter. She's a full metal jaguar. Fuck is that? Is that a full metal alchemist joke, but I feel like it's probably been done before.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
As long as you promise it's quick.
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Next month, I'm gonna probably invest in speakers for my room.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share.
Because as of right now, my room is
Yesterday, we
close to being finished yet.
10 more White
Lots of stuff I
Whale
gotta
crew
swap
members.
out, get new things in
These
place.
fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as
The desk was
citizens
just
of
the start.
NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days
all
ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and grateful.
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
LA and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Also hope to make a.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
This one of the survivors, ma'am?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Sure.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
Evans is fine.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Here's what kind of armor sets, weapons they got in this game. So now you're not stuck with like a singular weapon throughout the entire story, you know? To Los Angeles.
There you are.
You face a lot. I'm no specialist, but if I were you, I'd worry that I pushed my body too far. You should head over to the... Okay, wrong button. I don't know what you intend to do now that you're here, but you can wait until you've taken care of yourself. So what topics have I interrupted myself with? My room. So I gotta get a new, So, I need new speakers. Not new speakers, extra speakers. Because now that my room's changed around a bit, I got more room for stuff to go in different places. I need to expand my speaker setup to the full extent that it was supposed to be, but just didn't have room at the time. So that's like money in my pocket, unfortunately. But yeah. On top of that, got this giant dead space that I considered maybe potentially setting up a CRT in. I think that'd be fun to have a CRT there. I could use for like old games or something that are good. But who knows? Who knows? And who cares? Let's focus on it, shall we?
Damn it!
Cool helmet, bro. Look at that. A young character who's not overly sexualized with ill-fitting clothing.
Look, I know what exhaust
love to
smells
do that.
like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos?
What the fuck is that you-know-who?
Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
I wonder if I could be a lone wolf. Can I just go at most missions solo?
She's 13, and I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
Alright, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
New party member. Wait a minute. Here we go. Drifter. Oh, okay. Oh. So I want to basically go down the striker path. What the fuck is this? The bonuses to melee action, range action, and evasion. Okay. An advanced partisan eagle that continues to be considered on range attacks provide bonus to range attack and accuracy. And a bonus to range attack and professionals. This seems like it would be a pretty good solo class. The idea that it basically is capable of healing itself while also dealing, like, healing, shielding itself, and dealing damage from the front, removing debuffs. Yeah, okay. Grants a supercharge upon taking damage, deals gravity type damage, and inflicts topple. But shield trooper seems the way to go. So that would require me to have a party, because maybe this one's for solo. Same way I'm gonna. Is it viable? So, what's the best solo class? This is the final one, right? It's Galactic Knight. Use it is a lightsaber, huh? Photon saber. Mastermind deals ether damage, randomly removes one buff from the target. Oh, that's I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, that's as Alice. This guy seems like a really good soloer, though. Adds recovery to its mix of offense and defense. It's capable of defending itself, attacking, and also recovering all on its own. Seems like a really good solo. Apparently, Enforce is the hardest class. Maybe I work towards this then. This seems like this could be cool. Galactic Night does sound kind of fun. Like being able to just fully buff myself, then deal damage from the front stuff. That does seem kind of cool. I do like that. Ray gun. What's the sniper rifle? This is the sniper rifle. Partisan Eagle, huh? This is like crit based, right? And here's the tank. I need to get this to level 30, I think, to move on to the next one. Alright. Then there's our tank right now, so. Yeah, I saw that. This was really cool. Aerial cam. Was this in the original game, or is this only in the remake? Because they can afford that Switch. Let's move. Let's get out of here. We spent enough time looking at menus. I spent so much time playing Schedule 1 today. Picked up the best recipes for weed and meth that I can make, so
Not bad, huh?
grinding
You
up a
can
nice
see
little profit. Although
everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA.
is it now?
I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
Still
Certainly
settling
come
down.
a long way in the last few weeks.
You know.
There's still so much to be done.
Unfortunately, I made an
One
issue
day at a
where
time.
I don't have enough properties to launder money through. I only have the fucking
Speaking
laundry
of which,
mat,
we
which
don't
is
really
really
have
bad.
time for a full pleasure cruise here.
And I
Why
wasted
don't you
my
give us the express
weekly
tour
limit.
then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it.
Here we go. Show me what we got.
New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district.
This is where I get my house.
Housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
I have a lot of houses,
If
actually.
you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right?
Well,
The park is my favorite place to just zone out.
I would
and
assume probably most people like
chill.
sleep in
And
barracks
last
and
but not
stuff.
least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve
Just
center
like
at the
citizens.
heart of NLA.
We don't fight. Live in the residential district.
Note the distinct dual-level
It's-
structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live.
There you go. Yeah, so most of the soldiers live in the barracks.
The
All
lower
right.
level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn.
What kind of shit do you think they're gonna pull with the next Xenoblade game? Switch to. Like, it's gonna be fucking great, right? It's gonna be 60 FPS. What else? Probably not 4K, but 1440p maybe? 1440p, 60 FPS? I can wish, I can dream, you know? I mean, if we can get Metroid 4K 60, right, surely they can give us, you know,
Enjoy
Xenoblade.
your stay in the administrative
1440p.
district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Oh, just a mini-map with that button. Awesome.
Sir,
Hello.
here's what I know.
We officers are aware that not all of New LA's citizens are on board with Director General Choshan's policy. Damn. Gus. Let me come speak to you.
Hey,
Damn it. No Gus today, I guess. Who's Lara Nara? Why is it the new guy turned to little me for help, making me blush? To learn devastating techniques or upgrade your skills to heighten your overall power. Totally up to you. Because I'm a drifter, these are all the arts you can unlock. Oh yeah, there you go. So it shows you how you acquire them with certain classes. So. And skills are passive buff. Alright. Skills are your passives. Okay. And then arts are your actives. Classes is your... So you can see that one skill slot, 2 and 2. This one gets 5. Ah. So it gets the most skill slots out of all of them. Drifter. So what? I mean, we have to go for Photon, right? Galactic Knight. Oh, very good. Yeah, we're going with Photon Knight. That would be cool. Alright. So we're not going in through the front door. That's what you're trying to tell me? We're going in through the side doors? All right, then. This one I came.
Strength comes from experience.
All right.
That's true on any planet.
Gina.
Well,
Stuff my husband picks up out on the job. He's a pathfinder, always finding crazy space junk and whatnot.
Working hard?
This company has finally sprung to life. Welcome to Armory Alley. I must admit, I worried about our future when we were attacked by an unknown enemy and had to crash land on this dangerous world. Humans are tenacious creatures. It's hard to not appreciate that when you see the level of energy on display.
hey. What? well.
All right, no shopping for me. Got it. All right, no AM, whatever that is for me.
Hey. Yes?
Oh, sorry, what? You don't know who the town helper is? It's me, silly. I'm a mediator, but I started dabbing on the side. I teach weapon skills, offer equipment tips, go over lost items, give life advice. Folks started calling me the town helper. All right, well, good to meet you, town helper. It's not the town clown, you know?
What's wrong?
Never. Members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Melma, that's me.
Gotta say, this blade's looking pretty sharp.
Wolf, what's up? Where are you? Anyone who's dumb enough to face his foe head on won't live to make the same mistake twice. And from those positions will improve your action and your odds of landing a critical hit. Eleanor.
Yes?
This is the mission control. As a blade, you can. Oh, I see. You haven't registered as a blade yet. All right. So they want us to become a blade. You got a fucking minigun on her back? I think she does.
Blade
The shield.
barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Is there a problem here? So, you must be the latest rescue.
Talking to me like I'm some sort of puppy.
Secretary Nagi.
Ms. Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
yes,
Good to know.
of course. Forgive me. You
What all
must
do
be
we have to
weary
talk
from the
about?
stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Actually bought a new mic arm. Hopefully it's gonna be good. It's like a low profile one, so it comes out straight, and then it has an axle on the top arm. So and it also comes with a riser. I think you put on either point, either the bottom point or the middle point. So choose how far you want it raised off your desk. Good. So it'll actually be handy, I think. Hopefully it'll be good. Now I can have my microphone out of the way. 'Cause as of right now, my microphone only goes bends up in a straight line. It doesn't have any like articulating like points. So when I push it away, if I push it all the way back like this, I have to be very careful because
Allow
my
me to
monitor arm goes that
formally
way. My
introduce
monitor
myself.
ends like
My name
right
is
here,
Kentaro Nagi.
and then the arm
You
goes
may
like
remember me as
that,
captain
like
of the
just
White Whale,
past it.
but
So
now
I
I
have to be
serve as
very
Secretary
careful.
of Defense here
It's
for
such a
New
wide
LA.
screen.
The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory
That's called
loss.
protagonism
From the stasis?
from
He could
amnesia.
barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what
God.
happened to Earth or the White Whale.
Holy shit.
I see.
Yeah.
Though,
I don't
come to
blame
think of
them
it,
because they're trying to
the
make a
entire
blank
lot of
slate
us
for
have
your
only been
character so
on
you
this
can do
planet
whatever.
For what?
but-
2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My
Man,
thoughts exactly.
what a trope.
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
What?
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived.
Oh. All right.
So yes,
Interesting.
Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That
You mean
plan
humans,
was the
right?
Earth life
It's like the only thing
colonization
we have on this planet.
otherwise
on
known
this
as
little ship?
Project Exodus.
Okay.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there.
Settle there. That's a
We
good
had no
dream.
idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into
And
its
we weren't
current
in the
state.
habitat. That's why we were on the
Searching
ship.
for survivors, establishing
All right.
Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles.
So government.
Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers.
Government made up of soldiers.
Fighting isn't our most important duty.
That's
Right now, we have a single top priority that's...
so basically they had a government that wasn't working, so they replaced it with a new government that did work. That's all they did. All right.
supersedes
Understandable.
all others. The search for and recovery of the
The
life.
life. What is that?
Take
I
a
asked.
look at this.
60% thing. I think it's the thing that says 60% on it. Has something to do with that. I would assume. Keeps our ship
The white
up
whale
or
was
something.
designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all
Ah,
of them
no.
held in stasis,
All right.
all housed in a structure called the Life Hold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only
right.
essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers.
Is that you
And
guys?
of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Life Hold. Are in the Life Hold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued.
Yeah.
But there's a problem. We now know the Life Hold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know.
We have like 60% of the life hold.
Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Or was I one of those missing units? We'll find out.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you
What is
take
that
our
one
guest
thing
out
called?
for some
Oh.
air?
So,
Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
do I have to
Yes,
register as a citizen?
on,
Or can I be like a
keep this
sovereign
briefing brief.
citizen and just, not listen to any of the rules? Is that allowed? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, Linku. Blade Barracks. Region discovered. Good. Barracks interior. All right. Okay, that's probably like the social menu or something, right? That must be for multiplayer stuff. Clean out all of the... Ooh, there's a lot of stuff that I could read about. That's fine. We'll ignore it. I'm sure we'll figure it out naturally by playing the game. Cool. Active party members. All right. Yeah, let's go to the administrative district. Why not? Learn something.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Okay, relax there, kid. What did I just say when we first met you? I was like, oh, look at that. A not overly sexualized childlike person. Or in this case, an actual child. Granted, that wasn't that bad.
Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
I don't have
Yeah,
dreams.
you know what I'm talking about. Actually,
My fucking headphones dying?
I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction.
The
Hold
fuck?
on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Okay, what kind? That's my first question we got. So we have to fucking have someone
Originally,
monitor
spells
your
were
internet
developed as a
history or
defensive
something?
measure to counter
Your
potential
internet
alien
usage?
threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned.
Not anymore.
Still,
I'm here.
just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to
Not
get
ours?
you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm not interested. You're fine.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple.
Oh,
They
I'm
choose
okay.
you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
That's great.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Well, like a
Good call.
voluntary
Let's head on
worker here or something? You getting paid for this at least? Let's see. Okay, cutscene into cutscene.
So
Got it.
this is Mission Control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades
Oh.
usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here
that
and
motion
selects
blue
from the
looks
missions
awful. Look at
available on the
that.
board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens,
Interesting.
whoever.
This is the first time they've had something like this.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey,
Yeah, she did. question. I suppose I could turn some of that off. I don't know if there's anything to reduce motion. I mean, I guess that's fine. It would be nice to be able to reduce motion blur, but they probably just can't afford to. So we'll live with it. What do you want me to do? Job's there, and then you pick up party members here. Is that what it is?
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Sure.
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Listen, that's great and all, but I'd rather just take like a stay-at-home job, you know? Make life a bit easier on myself. Like I didn't just wake up with fucking memory loss.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis.
That's good.
Having the latest gear
What?
isn't about impressing
No,
your
why
friends.
would I say that?
It's a matter of survival.
It's bonding.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
Which I don't have
You
yet,
can even buy whole
as you
skells.
mentioned.
Can you imagine owning your own skell?
You said they're hard to get.
Ah.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Oh,
So apparently, only select few actually get skells, but you can just buy whole skells if you work hard enough, but you can't pilot it, I guess, until you get a license.
right, the Tor. I
Or
think
maybe
all
you
that's
need a
left is
license
the
to
heart of
buy a
Blade
skell.
itself.
That would make
Blade
more
Tower.
sense. Unlike a car, though, you can buy a car without a license. You just can't drive it. That's one of the weird things I always thought about. Is that you need to have a car in order to get your full license. But I guess not your starter. Yeah, so you can get your starter license. Because you don't need a car for that. And then you can just buy a car because you have a license. And then you do your G2. Okay. I was going to say, that's something we thought was weird how, oh, you can have your own vehicle, take a G2. But in order to get it, you can't drive a vehicle without a license properly. And then I realized, no, I'm an idiot. Everything works out just fine. Because there's 2 other licenses you get before that that don't require you to have your own car. So, no, one of the licenses. G1 does require you to have your own car. What was it? No, I think I was talking about motorcycles. I think that's what it was. It was like the idea that you could buy a motorcycle, but you can't drive it without a license. But in order to get a license, you need to have your own motorcycle. And I remember thinking like, well, how do I get how would you get a motorcycle from your place of residence to the lesson without driving it? Like, without being overtly illegal. Just walking it down the street over to the fucking spot. Maybe get a pickup. Or maybe there's people that have, like, fucking throwaway motorcycles at those lessons, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case, because it's the same idea of a vehicle, which is that they want you to be driving a bike. You will be driving to show you can drive your bike properly. That's why you need to have your own vehicle to get your license, right? At least I think in Canada you're supposed to. for your G1 and G2 is because they need to make sure you know how to drive your car, your vehicle that you are registered to drive,
So yeah, Blade Tower.
rather than just
When
giving you
we
like a
come
loaner
here,
or
it's usually
something
to
for
stop
the
by
test.
Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Yep.
The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys
Cool.
like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
Well, I know.
And that about
That's
does
good.
it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision.
Well, what's the alternative? You throw me
In any
back out
case,
to the
let's head back
wolves?
to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Is there an alternative? Oh. Back to the barracks. I forget how quickly you get used to like the 30 FPS in these games.
Hey.
Back to the barracks we go. What kind of info you got for us?
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part? Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like
What
from
you gonna
the
say?
white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis. Forever.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Now,
Listen.
what'll it be, friend?
Can I end the game like that?
Now, you wouldn't want to refuse the people who saved your life, would you, friend? You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right? Yes, that's a no, I won't refuse. Or no, that's a yes, I will refuse. Fuck, he got me. Said that's a no. Fuck, I need the transcripts. Said that's a no.
You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
Did they loop me into this now? Is that what I've reached? I think I've reached the looping point.
You
But
said
the game,
no, you wouldn't
obviously, the game can't progress
refuse.
unless I say yes.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization.
It literally didn't give me a
Elmer, You can
choice.
start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
I prefer to train on my own.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Said I'd rather train on my own, but all right.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this.
Okay. What you got for me?
What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks.
Okay.
We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid.
Is there a thing for
We
each
determined this was the
panel?
most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes.
Yeah, each
Based
grid is
on
a
it, We know
probe.
exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
Oh wait, no, maybe we
The
don't.
sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
But chapter 2? New Frontier. Not bad. Already chapter 2. Alright then. Much as I'd love to head out into the world.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
The fuck is indigent?
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business.
Sounds like a fucking drug.
One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
It's a creature. Alright.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
Yeah, we came from the
How
West
does he
Gate.
know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
You have to grab the probe as well, or is that just some standard with our kit? Was that already set out there? We just have to turn it on or something stupid. Climb to the top of the tall tower, you know? There's my handheld comm device. So this was originally, I believe this was originally your map. This was the gamepad. Obviously, because the Switch does not have a gamepad, this doesn't exist. However, there we go. There's the probe. That's where all the probes go. Got it. We got probes that go in all these locations. So that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Oh my god, no, that's horrible. Granted, I think this is the whole world, right? That's the whole map, I think. So it's actually not that bad. The world's kind of small, honestly. I didn't think the world was actually this small. All right, cool. Rain is very loud. We don't have lots of playtime left or on. I do need to call it quits for now. We'll be back either maybe not tomorrow, maybe another day. Don't know when. I got some other things that might be tomorrow. I don't know. Gotta continue to grow my meth empire, so I do it my own time. Yeah, that's a nice little introduction to, I think, Xenoblade Chronicles for me. I enjoy it. Yeah, that's all for now, guys. Is all next time, whenever that's gonna be. Could be tomorrow, could be the day after. I like to do more stream stuff, but unfortunately I'm playing with like a lot of buddies right now, so, and let's just say their language isn't always PC, you know. So they're not bad, but you know, they definitely, it's like, you know, it's jokes that should stay among friends, not a wide audience of whoever wants to listen in my opinion. It's like that, you know, it's okay to talk amongst friends about, you know, whether or not a celebrity is going to die this year, but you shouldn't talk about it in public. It's a TO thing, you know, where it's like sometimes chats are best between friends because no one's going to get hurt that way. Yeah. Bye, everyone. See you guys next time. So, we'll see. Whenever that is.